G'day viewers, since this hard drive was dead now, no surprising, it was failing anyway, so why not? It was worth experimenting with. Kind of shut it because I was hoping it'd be a single head design with a single head design. So all I could do is just flip the platter the other way around. I could have got a bonus extra 500GB storage of spare disk. I need like a new disk surface, so it would have fixed the bad sectors. But nah, not quite that easy. It doesn't quite work out that way. Yeah, it just freezes up the computer. It just clicks a couple of times, and yeah, just keeps spinning though. Since this drive keeps spinning, even though the heads of the disk's completely failed now, that's a bonus. So I'm going to make this into a vibrating hard drive. A 7200 RPM hard drive will make a hell of a lot of vibration. Yeah, the Chinese Seagates weren't as good. This is Maxtor also. This is a Maxtor design, this one. Maxtor Slimline. Since Seagate brought the Maxtor drive division out. There's also a Maxtor brand version of this particular hard drive, 7200.12. You can get these with a Maxtor brand on them as well. I do like the small, compact, lightweight design. This thing uses surprisingly little power. I mean, the Western Digital Green's got all those stupid problems, and this is just the standard 7200 RPM hard drive. Performs well and is very quiet. I mean, if Western Digital Greens are more like these drives in terms of how quiet and fast they are, yeah, they're a much better drive, but fortunately they care more about parking the heads and slowing the spindle speed down on the green WD drives than these low profile power saving drives. I'm surprised this uses surprisingly little power, this thing. 0.72 amp on the 5V rail, 0.52 amp on the 12V rail. It used bugger all power, this drive, when it was working. Now, some bit of advice, when these hard drives are spinning, the head is now crashed. When this thing is spinning at 7200 RPM, there's a very small cushion of air between the heads and the disk surface when these are spinning. There's a filter which collects all the dust particles from the factory when these things are initially put together. See, there's no air there, so it's not spinning. There's no air, means the heads are touching, they're crashed, heads are gone. I've destroyed the heads doing this. Very low, I like the design of it. They're very crude design, but yeah, there's the best hard drives anyway. It was good while it lasted. Good while it lasted, that's for sure. I'm going to try and bend this disc in a way that it can rattle and vibrate. No sliders on these heads because there's no parking map on these drives. Take this bloody nut off. Hard drives that have a set of plastic parking lamps with like a little dicky bit sticking off the end of the head assembly. They're the sliders, and they'll slide up into the ramp and park it off the disc. The Western Digital Greens, as they park all the time every 8 seconds, the plastic ramps wear out like crazy on them. When the plastic ramps wear out, the heads can't park or unpark and they get stuck. So, yeah. But with this design, where the heads park here, there's another disadvantage because it can actually get stuck during stiction. I think the easiest way you can tell with Seagate drives, or depending, you put your ear to them when you turn them off and you hear like a little sort of sound as they spin down when they stop spinning. That's one way you can tell if it has parking lamps or not. Well, my experience anyway. You can always look at the model number and how they work, but you put your ear to most Seagate hard drives and make a little that sound. That's when the heads are actually hitting the disc. That's pretty much what it's actually doing. The heads are actually hitting the disc. That sound, it's got that sound. It actually really sounds like the heads are actually making contact with the disc. Yeah, they actually are too. That's just a normal operation of these drives, and they park the heads like that. They're actually hitting the disc. So Not having a parking ramp is less wear and tear, but at the same time, this sort of parking damages the heads and causes stiction, especially with Seagate's laptop drives. They can get stuck even like that, which is a common issue with those drives. Samsung ones did it as well. And so there's advantages and disadvantages of both the designs of hard drives. I think I prefer the sliding one, where it parks the heads on the slot set of ramps, and the heads aren't even parked on the disk. When they're designed properly, most of the time, there's less chance of a sliders getting broken and worn in the ramping assembly for most hard drives. This is only a common issue with green drives. If you use them in a RAID or a boot drive, that's why you don't use, never ever use WD greens in a RAID or NAS or as a boot drive unless you hack the firmware with WD idle so it doesn't park the head so much. Because doing this, parking the heads wears out the plastic sliders on those drives, and that's what buggers them up. That's a major flaw with those drives. Yeah. It's one thing that sucks about the Seagate drives, when it parks the heads like that, you just hear that noise. Scratchy noise. Yeah, it can't be good. Anyway, let's get this disc all damaged so we can make it unbalanced and see how much this thing can rattle and vibrate. Pretty neat design. There's another filter there, the intake filter. Neat design, eh? I like the compactness of that drive. And you can see like a fine, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but it's like a fine ring. Looks like a data ring of a burnt CD. The camera won't pick it up, but what I can see is like a data ring in that disc. Yeah, the camera won't pick it up, but where it parks the head, it's like a data ring I can see. And that's where the head parks. There must just be ever so thin or some sort of material that's got less friction, or super smooth material that there's only a track for the hard drive to initially probably store its servo information, and it's like a lead-in track, so to speak. So it doesn't actually record data to that part of the disk. That's just that part of the disk is where it parks the head and the head sits on. It's not physically thin, or it doesn't go into a little gully and then just go down and ramp up again. Not like that. It's just kind of interesting how they designed it. I'll try. It's going to be a challenge. This is an aluminium platter, not a glass one. Thought it was a glass platter being such a flat job, but it's a standard aluminium one. So to flatten this one, and we'll have to just take cuts, but don't damage the central bit. Take in the damage the centre bit. 4,000 bad sectors on this. If I get a tape head, run a cassette tape head to hook it up to an amplifier, and run a cassette tape head past his disc. I wonder what the bad sectors would actually sound like. I'm guessing it won't be able to pick them up because they're not magnetic, or they're not magnetisable anymore. That's basically what bad sectors are. And there's the heads, which are stuff now. Get a good speaker. Very power saving design. They can still maintain a 70 to 200 RPM hard drive all the time and keep a good fast speed, but the WD greens just run slower to save power instead. So, find a good way to cut chunks out of this disc. Right, I've got some disc fragments here. Anyone knows a good disc fragmenting program that can fix this, let me know. We've got some physical disc fragments here, so there's some sectors there I took out. That's where all the bad sectors were, and the rest are all intact. So that part where all the 4,000 bad sectors were. So the job is just to spin, just recording this bit, but skip this whole area. So the head's going to do a lot of moving. Hopefully it'll grind itself cleaner than that, so it's less stress on the motor. Hope it'll free itself up more, so it's less stress on the motor. Let's give it a try. It's going to be epic. Mine is straightening this thing out perfectly straight after I did that. It was a mammoth challenge because this thing would not sit. It just jammed, so no tolerance between this and the disc. It's so damn close to the drive surface here. Wow. This thing's made to save space. There's no room in there forever. Hopefully shore these up. Okay, let's give it a try, eh? Hopefully it's in a good spot to start. Bugger! Come on, turn. Feet up. There we go. Aww. Aww. Don't take much to stop these, does it? Board's alright. Oh, bugger. Oh, the beep of death. Oh, well, trying to pull it apart and get this thing to spin. I've got to watch my fingers though, because it might look like I saw and cut my fingers off if it starts to build up momentum and spin. That spins better now. I've got to straighten this little bit here because it was bent down or was jamming up inside the head stack here. That's better. That's going to work now. Whoa. Yeah, put the cover back on it for safety reasons. That's going to put fragments everywhere. Not much starting torque. It's not designed to be a motor to work. It's designed to be a motor to spin fast and stays fast at a constant speed. Wow. Really good cradle. I wish I hadn't popped my Hot Ray Rock hard drive enclosure SATA bridge card, because I could have put this in that enclosure and that would have been a massager. Bugger! Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left that for this experiment first and use that crappy Hot Ray Rock faulty SATA bridge card to power this drive with that enclosure and have a portable massager. Damn it. Because that just pops out of the bloody cradle. Wow. That's a massager now. It works quite well. Alright, the only good use for Chinese made Seagate Barracuda is a good massager. Full speed. Wow. I don't want to damage my enclosure. Don't want to make that an unreliable, yeah, nothing getting hot there. Don't want to damage that socket. Quite useful to have these docks. But there we are, my new massager. Works quite well. Anyway, next step is to find a good, reliable, strong enclosure to put this in. And a portable massager. Anyway, thanks for watching.